on my past my felony record, my misdemeanor record. But don't judge me.
Having a good time here today, man. Notess Sisters podcast.
Yo,
back in the building. Got my co-host with me, SmooV
Ju.
Hello.
I'm Poo, man. Appreciate everybody that's listening in. Got a special guest with us today, my boy Dom. Say what's up to him.
What's going on?
Shout out, second episode.
What's going on, man?
He back in
High
the building,
notes.
man. This another
Especially
one of
with Dr. Mike Funnies.
the Hey.
This another one of the Just the Homies episodes, man. Just a little spinoff of what we got going on, man.
Shout out, Sel. Love you, bro.
Shout out my guy, Sale, man. What's going on? Hope you listening too. Today's topic. What we got today?
Fatherhood, bro.
Fatherhood. All the fathers listening, man. It's gonna be a good one for you. Some good advice for you. You know what I'm saying? Just to listen in and just key in on certain things. We got two guys here. SmooV is a father, great father. Dom is another father, great father as well.
I'm somebody's
Hey.
daddy.
You might.
Me and my guy, you got no kids right now, but this coming
God
in the
bless
near
y'all.
future.
God bless y'all. For real.
So, this question for both of y'all. What is it like
Everybody
to be a father
close.
for y'all, man? What is it like, Rubes and Dom?
This is an easy one. You want to take this? I'll take it.
Go ahead,
What is
take
it
it,
like,
bro.
man?
It's wonderful, bro. It's great. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, like everybody know, man, you got the tough times, you got the hard times, but them tough times really don't last long at all. Because as soon as those tough times come with them, like you switch up quick. Especially like for me, like with my daughter, like she'll do something she knows she's supposed to be doing. I'm gonna get mad at her, but then she give me that look and that'll switch up quick.
100%.
Man, she got me. My son, I'll throw a football at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Shout out my godsons
Man.
and my goddaughter,
Shout out
Kyrie.
You ain't crying.
Kyrie Cameron.
I just did it the other day. I seen tears get ready to form his eye. I grabbed a Nerf football and threw it at him like 3 times. Like, shut up.
Hey,
Why can't he cry?
I mean, he can. He can cry. But something that's not worth crying about, bro, I don't want you crying over that. For what, man?
What about you, SmooV?
well,
What's it like for you?
the homie Dom got some more time in than me, so I'm speaking from like a third less, like 2/3 less time. But from my little 2 years of fatherhood, it's to me, it's a new definition of life. It's a why. It's your why. It's your legacy. It is your stem of your family tree. That is how you are given. It's as a human being, you've done your due diligence to further the human race. And really, as a father, it's your job to make that boy or girl an upstanding individual, because we know as superior men, we have to take responsibility of everything. And it's just another stage in life.
So, how important is the black father in the family? Because, majority of the families, he's absent. It's non-existent. He's not around due to certain circumstances, but in most families, he is. I mean, some families, I was blessed with mine, thankfully, for him to be around. But how important?
Well, I guess you could start with this one a little bit.
So for me, it was like super important. And I always say I'm blessed to have him. Like, we didn't see eye to eye a lot, but as far as just having him in my life, it was a blessing. I was around a lot of bullshit, a lot of turmoil, a lot of stuff in my neighborhood. So without him, I wouldn't be at this podcast right now if he wasn't, in my life to show me the ropes, show me what to do, what not to do. Just to have that example, means a lot. And I don't know like what my life may have been, because I also got 3 brothers too, so
yeah. And
I kind of emulated what they did, and them having our dad as well, kind of shaped me to be who I am as well. So it's like, if he wasn't around, I'd probably be fucked up.
Man, that's beautiful, bro. And for me, I can speak off yet again my 2 years of fatherhood. All I can say is just just giving a man and helping giving a man an identity, helping a man navigate through this world, helping a man feel like, especially a black man, like they have some sort of worth. Because you're not going to get that anywhere. And as you can see in our culture, we look for that in so many other ways, whether it be on the corner or in a gang or in a sports club, whatever. We're looking for that. And it starts at home.
Definitely.
What about you, Don? What do you think about the importance of the black father?
It's very important, but I think as of right now, too, it's starting to change. I think fathers is definitely starting to be in their kids' lives even more so now, like this generation.
Oh.
I think because we're starting to see the importance of the father being there. Whether so the mom and dad is not together, but the co-parenting is there because you see growing up, especially with this generation, we've seen the effect it gave us of them not having an okay relationship and just the father just disappearing. So now it's like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I can to keep at least some type of some cordial relationship with the mom, just so I know for a fact like I'm not going anywhere and my kids is gonna have me in their life regardless.
So you touched on two things in that, Dom. You spoke on disappearance of the past generation's father, and you talked about the relationship aspect, and if that relationship somehow was soiled, that determined the father's relationship with the child. Am I correct?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's go into that a little bit. We had a conversation a couple weeks ago or in our book club or something, and we came to the conclusion that the 80s were crazy. And men were turning the fuck up then, you know?
100%.
And
Crack
it just...
smoked so casually.
Right.
It
So,
never went anywhere.
honestly. Yeah, it just went underground. Right, it just went underground.
Instagram like, who got an 8-ball?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's true.
Sad.
Crackheads ain't got no Instagram.
Yeah, no, they don't. They offline.
They gonna sell their phone before the week over.
Hey, crackheads got Instagrams, but I'm trying to tell you, we just don't know they crackheads just yet. I'm trying to tell you.
They don't sell that.
Niggas is up and coming crackheads.
I smoked the TV, mama. Come on.
They gonna sell their phone before it's
See,
over.
that's our crackheads. That's crackheads we know.
Nah.
Crack don't change, nigga.
Hey, we talking about 20.
Look, crack has not changed. It's only gotten better.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gotten better too. Yeah.
These niggas out here doing it, no problem, bro.
Casually, I'm telling you. My bad to cut you off. What was you saying, Smooth?
So, we done went on a whole crack tangent. Fuck. So, yeah. So, but that's still right in line with what we're talking about. You know, all the so-called drug on wars and the Reaganomics and that turned into the mass incarcerations that came from the Crime Act bill, and we were all children of that, you know, crack babies in a sense of that, and which in effectively caused the ADD kind of society a little bit after us. And I think I'm saying all this to just like our generation is just, and myself and Dom included, just taking that responsibility. Like, there is no excuse, you know. There is no turn up big enough. There is no relationship that has to be mended or soiled to be around your son, you know. So, very tough. Very tough. But
what was you guys' relationship with y'all fathers?
For me, my dad didn't. When I was younger, like maybe up until I was about 5 or 6 years old, my dad lived here in San Francisco. He worked for United. Like, you know, I used to spend a bunch of time with him back then, like weekends, every weekend. Then he moved away. He moved down to Los Angeles when I was about 6, or 5 or whatever I said. And then that's when our relationship got became kind of different, you know, because I just wasn't seeing them as often.
Sort of a disconnect.
Yeah, you know, I had some, you know, I had some feelings about it, like, you know, like you took off, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so that soiled us a lot. Then, you know, in recent years, we're cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say we have like a super father and son dynamic, but you know, he's cool. He's my friend. You know, it could be different, but for now, that's what it is.
Ju, yours kind of like your feelings are kind of like matched for mine. My father, even though he was in the Bay Area till about 2 years ago, he just was living his life, you know.
Yeah,
he was doing.
That's what my dad was doing too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it just, I was just not his main priority.
Exactly, priority,
You know?
right?
So,
Yeah.
I've always felt a way about that, of course,
Mhm.
but
Absolutely.
and I think I kind of hold that against him now by not making him a priority now.
I know I do.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. But
Yeah. And you don't want to tell, and as I feel, like you want to tell yourself to not feel that way and not be like as a revenge type of, but it's just a natural reaction because you did this shit decades, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you're lucky I even answered the
Exactly,
phone.
that's how I feel.
I don't think you're doing it in spite. Like, you know what? Nah, you didn't pick up the phone when I called when I was.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
what I'm thinking right
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
moment. Yeah, but it might be
now that you look,
subconsciously.
it's that subconscious, just like, you know what? I'll get to that later. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
There's nothing behind it. You just kind of just now, just like, I get to it later. But
You know,
I
it's
think
the thing.
stems
The
back.
thing about that is, I mean, y'all know I don't answer my phone, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I consider, like I just said, I consider my dad my friend, so I don't see him like I gotta answer the phone for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, like my mom, I'm gonna answer every
So
time.
while I was just thinking that, I'm like, your
Yeah,
mom
we all
calls you.
gotta
There's a
answer
different type of
every time,
urgency
you know what I
that
mean?
when you're gonna answer the phone, opposed to when your father calls, and that's crazy.
Right. But you know, that's what it is.
Can you speak to this, Pooh? Because I know your father was in the home, and so me, Ju, and Dom are kind of speaking from a more of a stereotypical standpoint. Tell us about what you.
Pops, you know, he wasn't in the home.
Well, me and Ju, I'm sorry.
For a short period of time, he wasn't around. When Pops came back, it was cool. It was Pops was Pops.
Well, yeah, speak on
I
it.
was never not
No.
really
I'm
cool
not
with
saying
my
y'all wasn't
pops.
cool, but
You know what I mean?
I think like
I
the
just always felt away.
Yeah.
He thought it was cool the whole time, probably.
Yeah. I'm every word you're saying, ditto.
Yeah, like, you know.
For me, I never felt the way. It's like when Pops was gone. But I think the situation is different. Like, we're on a podcast, I'll leave it what it is. But at the same time, I think the situation was different. So when Pops did come back,
I'll spill it all.
it was like, nah, nigga. It's
Yeah.
But,
Right. Keep going.
When Pops came back, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still going to see him. Pops still coming to see us. So, like, that relationship, for me, it kind of just picked up from where it left off at. I mean, some things definitely probably would have been different. Definitely if he would have just stayed around the whole time. But the fact that he wasn't, it didn't change our relationship. It didn't change the way I viewed or seen him. So, it was more so just like, you know, saying Pops. And, you know, rest in peace.
Hey man, yeah, much respect.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, Peter Pop.
the way I see it is, it just you have a choice, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and you did not make that choice.
And that's what I'm saying.
Right.
My Pops
Right.
made the choice to stay. And, you know what I'm saying, to keep the relationship with his children.
Same.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, our relationship is now it's like Rocky is not great, but growing up it was amazing. I didn't have any issues, no like problems. Everything I wanted, he would do. Very supportive. All games they came to. Loudest person in the gym. Loudest person on the football field for sure. Like every single time. So I never had an issue with him at all. Like Disneyland, I want to go to Disneyland. I want to go to Great America. I want to go to Marine World. It was all right. I'm taking you with no hesitation. You know what I'm saying? New shoes coming out. Don't get me wrong. I didn't get them all, but
Right.
for the most part.
Looked
He
like
was-
you
he
did.
was in-
actually.
Honestly, I ain't gonna front, bro.
Nah, I didn't get them all.
Actually,
But for the most
Hey,
part, like,
it is fresh. I seen you from middle school on. I don't know.
You
You
did
had
have a
some
lot of
shit.
brothers, but
Yeah.
I got as much as
I could, especially me being in a big family, because I'm family of 6. It's a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? So I got what I wanted, but not everything I wanted, of course. But I'm not ungrateful or nothing like that. His discipline tactics were a little odd, you know what I'm saying? But it's because he expected us to, you know, succeed. Because, you know, my dad
like
did
what?
Just like his way, his tactics of doing things. Like if he wanted us to pass classes, he had a basket in the garage, and he would tell us his discipline tactic was for us to. He would say to us, if you don't work and focus on your school work and you graduate, you go be homeless, and I got your basket already ready for you.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, mentally, when you're young, you like, damn, you really think I'm gonna be homeless? Like, nigga, like, you really think I ain't gonna fit? But it's kind of a motivated factor. But like, now it's like, when you try to implement that with kids today, it's like, it won't be able, it's not gonna, you know, they're not gonna receive it.
I'll just make millions off TikTok. Joke's on you, Dad.
Right.
Nah, we had a real good relationship, so
That's amazing, bro.
I didn't have no problems. But now, like, it's not the same. Me being an adult, being older, of course, it's gonna
Absolutely
change. But I love my dad to death, no question. Do you guys think that if you guys' dad did stay, like, what changes do you guys think your life would have been like, or do you think it would have been different?
I can't say. Honestly, I never even experienced it. I've never known a 2-parent household.
Let's just speak hypothetically.
Hypothetically,
How do you think it would have been?
if my father was able to stay in the same household,
I'm not actually been good at sports.
I at least would have known how to ride a bike or some shit. Somebody would have took some time, bro. Like, who's that light-skinned kid over there? Get out of here, you! You ain't even with that family, man. You're a light one out there. We don't even see you. But I don't know, man. That's a good question. Can't say, bro. I never even thought about that. Probably have more of appreciation of stability. Probably, I don't know if I would have joined the military, you know? I don't know if I would have went to a HBCU because I was trying to get away. There's nothing for me to stay for. Who knows? Who knows?
What's the question?
Question is, if you was stuck around, you know, throughout your childhood, seeing you, like, you know, through certain times, what do you think would have been different? Like, what change do you think would have been for your life?
I don't want to say, but
just speaking hypothetically, what do you think?
I don't want to say what exactly
I'm speaking for everybody. Ju would have definitely been on somebody's team.
I would have been in the NBA. No
doubt.
doubt.
I don't doubt it, bro.
I think that to this day,
you, bro.
but I hate to say that.
Why is that, though?
Why do I hate to say that?
No, like, why is that you think that you would have aspired so high?
I feel like I always had the talent. I just didn't have the right guidance in order to get me where the talent could be shown off. Like, I didn't really know where to go, and my mom didn't really know where to put me. And
right.
I think that my dad also, being a former basketball player, he would have known exactly where to put me.
Right.
So I hate. I don't even want to say that ever again. But you know.
I get it.
Also, I'd probably be a dick. I don't know. My dad is a fucking dick. I don't know if I don't know. I think I did. Yeah. I'd probably
So you're assuming that you're not a dick right now, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. Can you tell me, what do you think what your you guys' life would have been? Yeah.
I could do the opposite. If he wasn't, I'd be in the streets. I'd probably be in jail right now. Or dead. Not even gonna lie. I would have been a hood nigga, no lie.
What about your father?
Especially if I grew up, and cause with my dad, now my dad grew up in Kansas City, but he was in the streets in Kansas City. He came out here and moved in the streets in the city, so he was in a poverty-stricken area where niggas was getting shot, robbed, drug abusing, all of that stuff was going on. But my dad met my mom, and they had a thing, where they had the benefit of going to a church and changing their life. So if my dad wasn't around, or if he would have just had the kids and then left, and stayed in that area where we were, we would have been fucked up. No lie. Even though my mom was a great mom, the best mother in the world.
Absolutely.
But a Well,
Shout out,
women-
Mom.
no
Yeah, that's not a
disrespect to
knock
women.
on my mom either.
No disrespect
Hell
to women,
no.
but women can't teach you.
They-
how to be a man,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's no knock. To
Women can
women.
only take you so
Yeah,
far
you can
for a
only go
man.
So far. You can only teach your son how to treat a woman. That's pretty much how I feel. You know what I mean? As far as that is concerned.
Exactly.
If your dad isn't around, no, like even though you saying he said his, Ju said his wasn't, you said yours wasn't, but y'all turned into pretty good fucking stand up gentlemen. So
Thank you, bro.
it's no like, yeah, I mean y'all turned out to be good people, but majority of people that grow up without their dad end up in the streets. You end up in jail. You end up dead. One of the it's just
Yeah.
And that's why I always say I'm lucky though.
I always knew where my dad was. Like, we were never out of contact, but he just wasn't around how I wanted him to be.
Yeah, presence is a lot, bro.
Yeah. So I was on some shit like, I can't respect your word if you're not around. You know what I mean? Like,
I
it wasn't
100%.
you. I didn't know where he was or something.
Yeah, same exact thing. Like I knew where to find him. I would have to go to him for sure.
Yeah.
Pulled up on him a few times.
Yeah. So I mean, it's tough.
Oh.
Because what I get is like and okay, let me ask you guys, being at the age that we're at, and think about the ages that our fathers had us. And so my dad had me at like about 28, about the same age that I had my children. And I ain't gonna lie, I can kind of see his point of view, like as far as, look, as society has put it, this is gonna sound very bad,
I
but
know where this is going.
kids are inconvenient. It's just straight up. You got to really go out of your way. They don't speak English. They don't tell you anything. They need.
Hey, for the record, my son don't say a damn thing correctly. I understand everything he say though. So.
Oh, well, let me finish. Let me keep going. You understand everything they're saying because you are present. You've taken the time to understand, to have some sort of language with him, which is another part of fatherhood, and parenting is that yes. He points that way. He sits right here when he wants this, or he does this motion, and I know that he does this, or this. He's been acting like this for a while, so now he misses. So I probably need to take him out more because before, like for example, talking like noticing your kids. Before my kids, we used to go to like places like Hop and Play and like mall places where like toddlers can go and like little obstructs and like little obstacle courses and things like that, little controlled areas. But when the quarantine hit, they started getting a little bit more irritable. They started a little bit more crazy.
Right.
And so it wasn't until like a couple weeks ago where I just took them to the park, Pelega, and let them just run on the field. And that night, the rest of that weekend, it was cool. And then it hit me just from noticing them working with them is like, oh, they're missing that physical stimulation.
Right.
So, but that's from being present. That's
They
from
need to
knowing
get
that
off
dialect.
real quick.
That's from, yeah, exactly. So,
That's so disgusting. We're talking about children.
right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that has to do with presence though. Like if you're not present, you don't even know where to begin to how that translation with your kid. He's like, I don't know what this little nigga doing. He crying. Get him out of here. So
Yeah, you just touched on pretty much present. So what do you guys think about with like how absent fathers, but they can be there physically, but they just don't choose not to? What do y'all think about those type of individuals? I think they kind of the worst motherfucker.
Man, for real.
Because you brought this motherfucker into the world.
Exactly.
You just choose not to be involved.
Me, myself, personally, I could never bring life into the world and not be there for them.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't do it. So, for people who's out there doing it now and is okay with it and just freely living your life and just acting like you just don't have kids out there, like, my nigga, like, what's wrong with you? Like, something got to be up with you. Because for you not to be able to be in your child's life or not want to be in your child's life, like, how can you sleep at night? Like, I don't even, like, it was just last week, or not last week, but on Monday, I woke up. I didn't have my kids this week.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, where my kids at? I'm realizing like, damn, I don't have them this week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's the presence I have. Or that's the presence. That's what I feel when you know what I'm saying. I'm not with my kids. Yeah. Just one day after I dropped them off. Mm-hmm. So for someone to be years and years without being in their kids' life, and then for a while you act like you don't even have kids anymore. Like my nigga, you. Like deadbeat is not the word, B. Like it's really not. Yeah. Like if there was a word worse than that, I'm using it.
Let me use devil's advocate though, bro.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. You don't know niggas' situation. You don't know people's situation.
What are we talking about? Are we? You know what? Like, what about young fathers, man? And
yeah,
they don't even have a job. They don't even have. They don't even.
Responsibilities. Okay, well, fuck it.
I'm not. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree on the moral standpoint.
Yeah,
of
ethically,
that,
I agree.
Course. If everything were to be perfect, I want that. But in reality, what about people who are fucking 20 and they have a kid, and you don't know who the fuck you are at 20. You don't know shit about yourself, and
you
all
still
of a
a
sudden,
baby yourself.
all of a sudden you're responsible for somebody else. You know how frustrating that might feel.
100%.
I mean, I'm not excusing them. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Right.
We're playing the other side of the fence here on that. Like a father who has addiction issues, something like that. Like, what happens with those? Like, what if they just don't want their kids to see them that way? And that's why they're not around.
I think it's a situational thing that you're talking about. Like everything. Yeah.
But of course, anybody who is just able and healthy and just chooses not to, of course, is a piece of shit. Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm talking about. Like everything else, like what y'all mentioned, I like understand, especially like if you fucked off. And you just don't, you know what I'm saying, the best thing for you is to be in your kids' presence and to just let them go, then, man, that might have been the best thing you could have did for them.
100%.
Right. But I'm talking about as far as, like you just said, like the parents are the people who's, you're good, you're healthy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you're just out there just saying fuck it.
Yeah, because I know a lot of grown-ass men, 25, 30 years old, that just be like, never with the kid. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I didn't even want her to keep it. You feel me? She just did it anyway.
But she did it. That's your fault.
Exactly.
That's
right.
Them the type of individuals I'm really talking about. Like, I get what you're saying. You young, 17, 18, 19, 20. You just laying down. You're not really thinking about the responsibility. You're just thinking about, what you're getting that quick nut off real quick. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, you still got to stand up. Even though I know I'm only speaking for myself. If I was in that predicament, I would have stood up and did what I had to do in that time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's but that's what I seen. So do y'all think that's an effect from?
I mean, like I said,
why do we always assume for the mother to do the work though? In this whole equation of niggas being deadbeats and whatnot, it's always just an assumption that the mother's just gonna pick up the slack, Yeah,
it is. That's exactly what niggas assume.
Man.
This has been going on for so long.
Exactly. It's just a status quo.
It's been going on for so long. So now it's to the point where if somebody seen the next female do it in a different type of situation and it happened to them, they're like, man, fuck it.
Women are just more responsible.
Well, fuck it. I'm about to get on. Like,
Yep.
I think it's just a trickle effect.
Yeah. I think that happens like early on from what you saw before that.
Yep. And what they saw. And what their parents saw. I mean, this is just as generational cyclic things that it is.
That's what I'm saying. I think this generation is changing. I think this generation of us four young men right here is changing and breaking that cycle.
Absolutely. And shout out to my bro, Sel.
That's what you think?
I definitely think that. I definitely think that. I mean, because I didn't have this conversation with so many people where I honestly feel like this generation right here.
What about it makes you feel that way?
Us four right here.
We're only four niggas.
We are only four niggas. But
I ain't gonna put the word only with niggas like us, man. I ain't gonna put the word only.
In terms of, this is strictly in terms of numbers.
Okay.
We are only 4 men.
4 to 4 billion.
Out of a generation.
Okay.
That's what he's saying.
We're not ordinary.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're right.
Compared to motherfuckers growing up in the same day and age, same area we grew up in, and how they turned out to how we turned out, and some other people who grew up in the same area and how they turned out. For example, we all know Bobby. To me, Bobby is one hell of a father.
Absolutely,
And
100.
His stand-up guy and doing what he's got to do and take care of his responsibility.
Shout out to Bobby.
So I'm just going down. Like, I'm looking at examples, and I'm
Define
just like,
Notch.
we're all, you know, standing around the same age.
Yeah,
all,
right.
Grew up in the same.
Shout
area,
out to Define Notch.
And you know what I'm saying? I think we're that generation that's going to change it.
I agree. And it's, I think I really do. I agree with everything you say, Dom, about this generation of fathers. 100%.
You need to change those glasses though.
Hey, he fresh, bruh.
What effect do you think? Well, I just want to speak from a male standpoint. What effect do you think? You know, the baby mama keeping the children away from the dad. What effect do you think that has on the male?
Y'all can't ask me this question.
I have to ask you this, especially for the listeners, because it's listeners that go through this shit, bro.
In that situation, bro.
It's listeners that go through this. Like, what effect does that? Because I'm just saying, for me, if that was happening with me, if I had kids, that'd really, you know,
How?
that'd
It ain't.
like,
All I can go off what I see, and I mean, you might as well hear it from the person I'm seeing.
so
It ain't happening.
What effect is that having on you?
It's not, bro. It's not possible. Laying down with this woman, that was my duty, and that's what I did. And oh shit. Well, look, what happened after.
Achieved.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't get it. Like, if you're gonna, why would you want to pay child support? And if they put you on it first, you're gonna lose. There's no, just, it's cheaper to keep her, right? Cheaper to keep the kids too, man. I don't want no garnishment. That's not a thing. Trust me, I've seen it from the person who has my name minus a 1. He got it a couple of times. I done seen them checks from both angles. It's not funny. It's not fun at all. Garnishment is not cool. It'll get you from anywhere. Even on the COVID, what was that? This little check we had.
Oh yeah.
That got hit too.
Intercept that. It's like Texas.
They touch. They get that gets touched.
Yeah, so I don't go to the court system, man. Fuck that. Me and my kids, mom, we cool. We talk. As long as we can keep a steady.
Yeah, but see, what if the bitch don't want? My bad.
Say your feelings. The bitch is the bitch.
Anyway, what if the young lady doesn't want to talk though? That's
the young lady gonna want to talk. A bitch ain't gonna want to talk.
We're not gonna get into all that. I just don't want. I don't want to.
We're not talking about anybody in particular. We're saying if you got a girl if you got a girl pregnant, right?
Niggas think they're too short. Anyway, so what if the young lady just, what if they just don't want to talk? What about those situations where they're not even interested?
Those situations I don't get. I don't get how you can sit here on one foot and say he's a deadbeat, he don't do shit for the kids, he's not this, he's not that. But on the other hand, he's sitting here trying to do everything he can to see his kid, and then you won't allow him to.
Allow. I don't get it.
I don't get that. Like,
I don't understand these issues, bro. Allow? It's your kid. How you get allowed to get your own kid?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, bro.
You should be.
I'm not.
We all know a situation like that, bro. So it's like
no, bro. Y'all gotta stand up. Take that.
You know,
pay the cost to be the boss. You know. You got to do it, man. Hey, it's my kid. That's got my name.
Let's keep it real. Other than you went. You know what I'm saying? You went through it.
We about to come out with a book. Show you how to get your kids.
You took care of it first. Like,
you should.
You went to it. You went to the court.
What?
You went to the court. You feel me? Like it wasn't like someone took you to the court.
You was early to the party.
Exactly. You did it. But for someone who
is
sitting back and allowing her,
I invited everybody to the party.
You know for a fact like it's not gonna be in your favor anymore after that. You know that.
Historical data can tell you that though.
And then there's
Every other nigga that you ever seen in your life could tell you that before. Learn from the last generation. Learn from the generation before that.
We're not learning from that.
I'm about to put niggas on right now. Do your thing. You lay down with a woman. You paying your money. You do what you gotta do. Can get your kids. It's yours. You know what that thing say when they send back a paternity test? It goes down to the 8th decimal point, bro. 9.999999999. I seen it.
Okay.
With my name on it. Trust me. It's yours. Ain't no doubt about it.
But me, I'm a big advocate of if you don't have to go down that route, don't go down that route.
But what if she get mad at you and tell you what to do?
Yeah, you know, this stuff is gonna agitate the relationship. You know, especially throughout the years if y'all not together or something. I mean, I'm not speaking from personal. I'm just seeing what I see, right? So, like, if you
We
happen
thinking
to
long
start
term.
seeing
What about
somebody
12
else,
years
you
down the
start
road?
Seeing somebody else, then they start using the child.
But
as a
see,
pawn
at the
and
same
things
time,
like
though,
that.
Like, what if she get married in 5 years?
She get married in 5 years. She get married in fucking 5 years.
I'm just speaking like.
Congratulations for her. You're not in that relationship anymore. Your relationship is with
I agree.
with you and the kids. So
You-
as long
you-
as
I
you
agree.
And,
I agree.
and his relationship is or their relationship is fine, then that should all that be that. You know, that's all that matters.
Gas station joints.
Okay, I feel. No, I feel you. Nah, I'm.
So she get married in 5 years. She get married in 5 years. It's what it is. You do what you do. You
And
can't
what
go
I'm
you're
just
doing.
saying, and what if she? I'm not speaking like I'm asking you. What if she?
This is why I asked this question because
Like,
I wanna hear
what
two
if there
fathers.
is an issue? That is my thing. What if there's an issue
Two
with the kid?
fathers,
What are you
two
gonna do?
different opinions.
What do you mean with this issue with the kid?
If she pulls a power move, if you are out of line couple months in a row, you don't pay a couple bills, say you short for a quarter of a year, but then you come up. If you come up, what you gonna do? How's that gonna be handled? What about the groceries? What about the daycare? Because daycare will open again.
Okay, first of all, groceries, ain't on me. First of all, that's your household.
Okay, well you have them half and half though, so yeah,
Like,
50%.
I take care of them.
Yeah, nigga, they gotta eat. So what you mean?
But like I said, I'm 50-50 with mine. So.
Okay, I'm just
What's going on
I'm just
now?
I'm just
Now, don't
I'm
get
just
me wrong,
asking.
though. Now, don't get me wrong.
Like, ain't that part?
I'm
Ain't groceries part of taking care of them? Like,
groceries.
I mean,
but are they always at your house?
50-50, nigga.
I mean, okay.
hey man, if I can make it to the store, honestly, I buy my house and their house groceries if I could, you know.
Well, the kids are there for their house. I mean, for our house. It is what it is. Like, I take care of them.
Yeah, I feel.
But I'm just saying, as far as like
Yeah, I
situational
mean, whatever your shit is.
purposes, like I'm talking about, like as far as like communication is everything, bro.
I feel
But
you.
then
on
at the
that.
same time, if you just had a baby with someone that you really didn't have no relationship with in the beginning,
Right.
then
That's
yeah,
true.
the communication
That's
is
also
gonna be
true.
lax.
The relationship before does matter
If
a
you
lot.
had a relationship with-
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. You have a relationship
Yeah.
with this person
Yeah.
prior to having kids,
Yeah.
prior to breaking up with each other.
Yeah.
Y'all had a relationship. Y'all claimed y'all love each other.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, as soon as y'all start deferring and start separating, it's fuck you, hate you, you ain't shit, you ain't never been shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, you can't say you can't say you love someone and then turn around and be like, fuck that bitch. Or,
Yeah.
"Fuck that nigga, he ain't shit." Then you really
But it goes
love
both
that
ways.
person.
Goes
That's what
both
I'm
ways.
saying. You
Yeah.
really love that
Yeah.
person,
No, I
in my
agree.
opinion.
Yeah. You're so right, bro. I can't
This
agree
is
with you more.
passion. Let's get off.
I-
Let's get
I-
off this
I
topic,
can't agree
bro.
with you
We
more,
gonna be
bro.
on this all day. You clearly getting.
So what
Two
y'all think?
passionate
What y'all
fathers.
think the number one reason fathers are not in their child's life?
I told y'all.
The kid's mom.
Kids are inconvenient, bro.
I think it's the kid's mom.
Well, I guess we
I
differ on
think,
this.
I think it's the issue.
I don't have kids, but I think it's the mom.
I think it's the mom. Like, they.
Bro, yeah, use the mom as an
I'm not-
excuse,
you
bro.
know, but I'm not saying so much her. I'm just saying I say the relationship you have with her.
Yeah,
So if you ain't fucking or cool with the baby mama, you can't be cool with the kids.
that's
Some
what a
of-
lot of
and I'm not gonna
women
say
do that though.
fucking. Like, you don't have to fuck. I'm saying it's like you
Not
get
just
into
fucking,
it
just
and-
want to be with her at all. You get want to not even be in a relationship with her. She'll use
And you
that
think
as
some
a-
men? I mean,
How?
I'm sure some men stay out of the court system because they want to keep things cool and continue seeing the child.
Exactly. They
Because they're not
want.
in the position to look like the good.
How? I don't agree with that though, because it's all about, and I'm speaking from personal experience, all about the best for the kid, you know, and your opinion versus another person's opinion
Yeah.
on why an equal amount of opinion on why you think being with you is good for the kid. So, yeah, she's got basically generations on her side, but that don't mean nothing. Because that's not her. And so that's why I just saw the mindset a lot of men use the woman more often than not as an excuse. If she ain't on par with what he doing and ain't kissing his ass or whatever, then I can't see the kid, man. This bitch tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all bad, man. I can't do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? This bitch want me to what, pick up the kid and pay for shit? Hell no. That's how it be, though. You know? That's real life.
Sweet nigga to me.
It'll be more often because we're not on that other side, you know? So, you know, people going to always make themselves look in the best light.
Of course. 100%. I agree with that, what you just said right there. Yeah, a lot of people not going to just bite the bullet and say, I did this wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Or I did that wrong. They definitely go, come up with some type of tactic or excuse.
Like Dom with that fucking paperwork.
He's working on it.
Thank you. God, we talk about this?
Hey, you know what? I love it. I want you to ask. I love it. Hey, Pooh, did you do yours?
I don't care.
No, switch it on. Switch it on to another non-father. Hold on. Pooh, did you do yours too? Because Dom at a standstill. What's your excuse? You can make their website. Don't tell me you don't know how to fill it out neither.
Oh, good, man. Go ahead, Pooh.
Exactly.
You guys done? Or you finished? Okay. Now that we're back on topic, people. Pay some bills. Shout out to one of our sponsors, man.
Shout out,
Just
man.
Cracking Seafood to go, located in Pittsburgh, California.
Hey, they was just on our Instagram. Shout out.
1291 East Leland Road, located
East Leland.
right across from
On the east side.
Hey, right across from the Walmart and the Popeyes. Big sweets you can't miss. The sweet number is 4. Chef special every Tuesday, $5.99. Good deal. My favorite dish, garlic noodles
Let them know
with
something
the
about
shrimp
that.
or with the chicken.
They make
Smooth.
crab
Get into
there?
our other one, Dental Robin Hood. Let them know what that is.
Shout out. Our next sponsor is Dental Robin Hood, dedicated to the betterment of oral health within the socioeconomic disadvantaged communities. Website is www.dentalrobinhood.com. Scroll all the way down, add your information, or just click the donate button, or follow us Instagram at Dental Robin Hood.
100%. Before we took a tangent, you know, we talk about the importance of fathers.
For sure.
So this question is really for you two, since y'all fathers.
Uh-huh.
What advice did you guys might have gotten from your father, or what parenting tools did you guys put into being parents for your children?
Oh man, parenting is you're learning every day.
Yeah.
Cause you're working with your kid. Your kid's not like this inanimate object. You're trying to communicate with this human being. You're trying to figure this person out, and you're trying to teach him. Bruh.
Nah, I'm fucking with
Bruh.
you. Go ahead.
Kids are inconvenient, bro. I'm trying to told you.
Please, yeah.
You gotta adapt, man. You gotta adapt. I wouldn't say that if there's advice that I've gotten.
Yeah.
I don't think I've gotten any advice.
None.
I think it's been what I've seen. So it's more so what I will do, and you know what I'm saying, the things I won't do. You know what I'm saying? You take the good, you take the bad, and you put it together. But at the same time, every day is a learning experience with being a parent. Like, one day is not like the last. And tomorrow is not going to be like today.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like you said, it's a learning experience. You adapt and you grow with the situation at time.
I agree. 100%. There's no manual.
Mad deep, Dom. Thank you for that answer.
He got years in. I'm trying to tell you. I keep on saying my little 2 years. I keep on
You guys
prefacing.
didn't take any like parenting tips you might have got, or like something like our disciplinary acts
No,
that your parents did?
I don't do nothing different than all these other parents we done seen grow up. I whoop ass.
Mm-hmm.
I whoop my kids ass. I'll keep it real.
Excuse me.
Like,
Excuse me. We're on a podcast.
You know what? Let me one piece of advice. One piece of
AP me.
One piece of advice I got is from our boy Norm, bro. Shout out to Norm. He a great father too. He told me, "Hey, bro, you know, I already knew you was gonna be a good dad because you're already a good nigga. So just keep it up, stay consistent, be there." And those few words really stuck with me, and that was when the boys were only a few months old, and that stuck with me when he he was just saying it in passing. You know, we was at Dom house, and he was like, "Hey, just stay consistent," and that was enough.
Oh, what, at the baby shower for number 2?
Yeah, I think so.
So what advice?
No, we was at
You
your
two
house.
as
I
fathers,
don't
what
know.
advice
Yeah,
would you give to
yeah.
non-fathers?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Or
Yeah,
people
probably.
who will be fathers soon. So pretty much just give me some advice as fathers.
Take your time, man. Don't rush it. It's not something that
I'm
you can be
fucking
like,
30 in 2 weeks. What you mean, bro?
okay, well, my nigga, you might want to speed up a little bit.
Hey, man, it don't matter for men.
Still take your time.
Like, still take it, exactly. Yeah. Still take your
don't
time.
Rush it. The age ain't really not, you're not old, but you feel
exactly. I'm not going to say.
My nigga's going to be swimming for another 20 years, man.
For real, though. That's real.
Shit, like, I'm not going to say that, you know what I'm saying, like, you should be in a rush or there's the perfect and the right time to have it. You know what I'm saying? A child, there's never a perfect time to have a child. But at the same time, what I will say is take the time. No need to rush into it, especially when you're still trying to figure out things for yourself.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying, someone who's not in a position to raise a child, or not even in a position like you still, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out what it is for yourself. So now, once a child comes in, now you're trying to figure out for you and the child and the kid's mom.
Yeah.
Like,
So do you feel like that for yourself? Do you think that having a child has hindered some of your own personal goals in any way?
No, honestly, I think it actually pushed me to do the things.
Or you've had to rearrange them, maybe. Like,
what
effect has it had? Let me ask you that.
So some things definitely was rearranged in the beginning. I mean, some things is like, let's keep it real. Like in the beginning, I was going to class, taking classes to become a firefighter, getting ready to go to school for EMT. I put that on hold because I'm like, look, man, like I can't do part-time at a job, go to school.
Until when? Because they're almost like 17 now. So how long are you gonna wait?
But this one when my daughter got here, it's like, yo, like I'm not gonna be able to feed my family off a part-time job. So I had to put the firefighting thing on the back burner and focus on being a father. So I would say it will hinder some things, definitely.
No.
Yeah, what about you?
No. Book of SmooV, May 12th, 2020. Family, namely your children or your everything. And also my why, my first thing, my children, exclusively on Apple Books. That was on April 8th, 2020, by the way. So, I'm just gonna say, for fathers' advice, step up. That's literally it. Swallow your pride. Figure it out. This is the time where you say you a man. Well, now it's one of them man-proven moments, and it's a consistent test. And we got more tests out there than we think we have. We just always want to boast and brag and stick out our chest that we're men. But what have we really done to really earn that title of saying that? So, I don't know, man. Hey, no rest, no sympathy, just work. Nobody feels sorry for you, and then your kid gonna hate you or come up in this world hella crazy because you wasn't there, and then you still boasting and bragging about this and that.
I agree, 100%. What do you guys feel is the difference, or do you feel it's a difference between a biological father and a father?
Nope. Nope. I don't think it's a difference. I say if you can be a stand-up guy and be in another kid's life that's not yours, to me, I'm like, that's big.
Yeah.
That's big because, I mean, some people, they're looking at like, kid ain't mine, I ain't got shit to do with that kid. But
so how would you view that in your own? I mean, go ahead, continue. Sorry.
But yeah, we can get to that after. But now for someone who can be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Especially if the father was never there.
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying? You step up and be like, you know what? I want to be the man, you know what I'm saying, in your child's life. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, that first starts with the mom. Like the mom and the daughter. I mean, the mom and the dude relationship got to be solid in order for the man to even want to even do that. But to me, I think, you know what I'm saying, there's no difference. If you can stand up and be like, I want to, you know what I'm saying, take care of this child, then shit, you the dad.
I 100% agree with Dom. I mean, how many stories have we heard about how many times have there been a person who's not been the biological father that have actually been there and you don't even know the father? You think that, especially if you had a friend or something, that you think a person that's their dad, but it's not really their dad. So, but it is their dad, you know?
I can definitely speak for that because everybody, I pulled up to school and everybody thought my brother was my dad because he has so much impact on my life.
Right. Exactly.
So,
I agree. Right. Same. Shout out to Daryl.
Yeah, I mean, those are just, you know, those are father figures. You know what I mean? That's just what that is.
Exactly. So.
But what was you gonna say, Ju? I know you had something.
You know, what if somebody steps into your baby mother's life and, you know, wants to assume the role of the father, even though you are there? Like, how are you going to approach that as a respectable thing? I mean, really, what you just said. Like, if the father is in the kid's life, he can never replace that. I know,
but I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying replace necessarily, but. You know, if he decides to be with your child's mother for life, but being a part of her life is also being a part.
That's not even a highly likely situation either, though.
Can I fucking finish my question? All right.
Go ahead.
The child, you know, being a part of the child's mother's life is also being a part of the children's life because how is that possible that you're part of one without the other, right?
You'd be surprised.
But I mean, what I will say is, if you make your presence known as being the dad, he's just someone there that's, you know what I'm saying, that's just there for mom. And okay, obviously, he got to respect me because if you want to be in my mom's life, I mean, you will have to do that. I mean, not have to, but you should, want to, shit. But at the same time, I look at it like fathers that's in their kids' lives. You know what I'm saying? There's no replacing that. There's no, you know what I'm saying, stepping into that. There's no, you know what I'm saying, I'm number two.
Okay,
it's only number one. And after that, it's you just somebody that's
so
there.
They shouldn't be saying nothing to your child. Like, what if
I'm not saying
the little niggas writing all over the wall or something? I'm not saying
oh, come on, man.
Discipline.
I hope so. You know.
Shit all over the wall.
Discipline. That's to an extent. Like, yeah, I'm not around.
I mean, I'm just saying, what would you expect the dynamic to be? That's what I'm really asking you.
I mean, honestly, like, I'm not opposed. Like, to me, like, it all first, it got to start with, you know what I'm saying, how he is as a man. Because how he
like,
is.
what would be the respectable conversation for you two to have? How do you think that would go?
I don't know, bro. That's something that I would probably have to deal with when that time come. That time came.
How would you approach it? Would you be the initiator of that conversation?
Definitely.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Because it would have that conversation would have nothing to do with her, and like obviously it has something to do because she's their mom, but that conversation with me and him would be more solely on, you know what I'm saying, two kids.
Right.
That's, you know what I'm saying, that's mom's.
Right.
So that's how that conversation will mostly go.
Okay. What about you, Ruben?
First off,
Smooth.
What do you think you can control when your child is with a mother?
SMOOV.
Nothing. So, I mean, and how likely is it for, I mean, it's expensive enough to be a human being. You dude, wanna take on mine and his girl and someone else, assuming he don't already have his own? If he taking care of his own? Not likely. For all the above. So, I'm just going to let the chips fall where they may. Because I'm going to be here regardless.
So, you wouldn't have the conversation with, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even know this dude going to be here that long. I'm going to have a conversation with a dude that's going to be here for 2 months.
Because I'm asking about once it's been established that, what if they dated for 2 years, 3 years, and then
There's a lot of ifs you talking right here. There's a lot of ifs.
But because that was the situation I was explaining to Don.
I can speak to that. I was in that situation.
All right,
Never
thank
had a
you.
fucking-
You
me
right,
and him never
cuz you
exchanged
was.
words.
Huh?
We never said nothing to each other.
Well, y'all not together now, so it doesn't matter. That's
me and the woman.
I'm saying if they got
See? That's what I said.
this is
When
marriage-
they don't talk
this
to
is
you,
a
you gonna be here
marriage
for
type
2
deal.
months, bruh. Bye.
Exactly. He's speaking on marriage.
this is like a
type
marriage
deal.
type deal. Once it's been decided, like, oh, I'm gonna be.
Like,
I
you
know
put a
about
whole
these
ring
kids
on
and
it.
I'm cool with it and I'm gonna be around. I'm talking about that type of relationship, not some nigga she's dating.
Hey, well, respect to him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it had potential, but shit happens. You know what I mean? So.
All right. So anyway.
I guess we got nothing on that.
No, I mean, y'all pretty much answered the question that I had. You know.
Okay.
Tell you, that's just situational, man.
Yeah, of course. Everything
Yeah,
is.
well, exactly. Everything is situational.
Yeah. But this was beautiful, guys. You know, lots of great discussion. I love it. We love it. Tom, you came through again. We appreciate
That
it.
killed Breonna Taylor.
Say less, man. Say less. Like, how many days has that been? I know. Last time you kept track, Ju.
It's been, I think about way too fucking many. So
So it really don't even matter. Them niggas should already got arrested already, man. So like I know you seen like LeBron and Dwight Howard's hat.
yeah, I like the idea from LeBron, but I hate that it even said "Make America Great" on there, even though it was crossed out. I get it, but yeah, they need to be arrested regardless. I salute LeBron for all his messages and everything that he does.
Shout out.
Everything that he does in the
I'm
community.
sorry.
I respect him as a man and father. I like, model guy, stand up guy, but I do not root for him when he plays basketball.
Duh, bruh.
Him as a father, bro. Like
Yes.
it's,
Yes. Talk
like,
about it.
For him to be like in the kid's life the way he is and being who he is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like he's.
Are there any other fathers you guys want to shout out that you know that are doing a good job?
Hey, I shouted out Norm. We shouted out Bob.
Shout out Bobby.
Obviously, Sil.
Shout out my bro. Shout out H, bro. Shout out my boy H.
Shout out your boy H. Doing his thing.
Shout out to all the great fathers.
All the
man.
great fathers, bro. I know we're forgetting some. I know we are. Hella.
So many.
This
This has been a hell of a show, man. This is a great one, man. Dom, appreciate you for coming through, my boy.
Man, yes.
Hell yeah, bro.
Shout out my guys, my co-host, SmooV Ju.
Oh.
I'm Poo, man. We up out of here again. You can catch us all on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all platforms streaming podcasts. We up out of here.
We about it.
For real, man. Y'all need to go to tune in. Go ahead and tune in, man. And now we ain't talking about just this show, man. The next shows, the ones before, all that shit. Subscribe.
Subscribe, bro.
Wherever the fuck you go, my